So, good evening to all my amazing choosing one app there. So, there's an image, a comment that one of our amazing uh, followers, subscribers dropped today. So, I don't want to, let it take long before I respond. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm so happy to receive such a question. The question goes like this: what is the cure, the medicine, and the things that we do in order for us to solve the things that are going on in the world. He mentioned about war, you know, brothers hating brothers, sisters hating sisters, mothers, etc. According to what Bible has said in the New Testament, that time is going to come that even the father will not love the son will not love the father, the mother will forget the daughter, etc. But the truth is this: how to solve all these things on earth. My dad used to tell me a word. He said, a dance does not follow you to outside. You don't just start to dance outside. It starts from the home. In other words, dancing start from the home. It follow you from the home. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I was in school, in primary school, I was taught that the first education starts from home. You cannot be a maintainer of outside when you don't know how to maintain your home. If you don't know how to maintain your home, inside, you can't be able to maintain home. In other words, the first way that we solve the things that are going around the world, one of the greatest things that we ought to do is to create peace. And the peace I'm talking about don't start from the world. It don't start from the outside. It starts from the inside. If I have peace with myself, when I mean with myself, I'm not talking about my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my siblings, my children, etc. No, I'm talking about when I have peace within myself. When you have peace within yourself, when you love yourself, it will lead you to a point where you love others, because you can't give what you don't have. Believe me, you can never give what you don't have. So one of the ways in which we will solve this problem, if when we all love ourselves first, because if you love yourself, you will surely love others. That's why when I'm talking about your brothers hate you, your sister hate you, I will never mention a word that you should hate them. No, because Christ have never permit us or give us the right or the permission to hate. We love. That is one of our fruits. And that is why we suffer with the most. Because the more you love people, you give peace to them, you have peace, you try to put smile on everyone around you. Some people around you will take it for granted. So the first thing to do to change all these atrocities in the world, all this, how will I call it? Let me put it like something like unbelieved, incredible things that is happening in the world is when we found peace, when we create peace within us. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest things is when we have peace within us. Because if for example now, I feel good, I have peace, even if I don't have enough, I have peace, then I will not be like going to someone's house to go and steal in order for me to feel fine, because I'm satisfied with the little I have. That's why a lot of people who have money today, who have all wealth, many of them you are seeing that are driving a lot of cars, driving this, doing this. Many of them, the reason why they have that mindset of using others, creating making others' life very difficult, which leads to many things. That is why you realize that someone today will just go and do something in order for him to be like those who have maltreat him, take advantage of him. They can go to do anything in order for them to be in that position where no one will do what will maltreat them again. And if we talk about the world, the things that are happening around the world is because most of the leaders, sorry to say this, most of the leaders in the world, they don't have peace. Forget about the fact that we are seeing them through TV, through this. Many of them, if they tell you what they are going through within them, you won't believe it. Believe me, you won't believe what they are going through. within them, which they will never tell to the world, which they will not have that boldness to tell to the world. So if the leaders in the world can have peace, then what they have is what they will give. Because you can't tell me that you don't have a water and you want to give water out. It's impossible. That is why they create war, in order for them to do what? To make the whole world to feel like them. So if we talk about brothers hating brothers, the truth is this: the reason why people will hate you mostly is when you are doing something that they can't do. I always say this. So your brothers will turn against you, will hate you, the moment they realize that you are doing something that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? The moment they realize that you are doing something they can't do, if they are above you, they are successful more than you, you are begging them, none of them will hate you. They will always make mockery or ask you, why can't you work hard? But the moment you start to work hard, that is when they will hate you. So the reason why many people will hate you is because they don't have peace. They are not satisfied with what they have. So another ways to solve this problem is when we know how to do what, to learn, to be satisfied with what we have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to have the whole world until they know that they have everything. Believe me, someone who have 2 million today in his or her account will try all means to collect from someone who have only two naira. Let me put it, someone who have 22 million euro in his account with other business will try all means to steal from someone who is starting from the crash, who have only what, 200 euro from inside his own account, because they will never be satisfied. So if the world can be satisfied with the little we have, the problem of this world will be solved. And it's impossible. That is why it is impossible for the world to live at peace. Sorry to say this, it is impossible. Even right from the beginning, when God created Adam, they give birth to 2 children. Only 2 children, the war started, not talk less of how population we are, how popular people migrate from one angle. I was in Nigeria, here I am in Europe. So what am I trying to say is this: the thing we need to understand that the problem of the world cannot be solved at once, and the more we expect it to get solved, maybe we tried all means to do it, it is impossible. You know what I'm saying? It is impossible, because even the Bible have recorded in the book of Revelation that time is coming where brothers will fight against brothers, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So if we are trying to solve all this thing, that means we are trying to change the will of God. So the only thing that we will do is for us that are inside the world to know the far truth, to know how to be satisfied with the little one we have. Believe me, this is one of the greatest myths in which the world will be satisfied, when we truly know how to be satisfied. When we are satisfied with that little thing we have, we appreciate the fact that we have it, and there are people out there who need it. You know what I'm saying? So when we stop trying to frustrate others in order for us, there was a place that I was walking. I was so frustrated and mad with the master deep inside me because of what happened. So this man will do what? We used one man like that. He will use the man to walk every day, every blessed moment. Every blessed moment. No day that the man missed work, even on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? No day. And there was a day we were just talking. The man just made the word. He said, even in the night, that the man would just come around 8 or 7 and tell him that he need work. He need work. Then he will do what? He will force the man to be working both in the night. And the man now don't have time to sleep. So what does that mean? You are frustrating others in order for your own selfishness. Sorry for this word, but that is just the fact truth. We have a lot of people who are frustrating others, who took other people as a slave, even in this 20th century. Forget about the fact that there are many things that the world are not showing. When I was with a lady those days, this is the same thing that the lady wanted to do to me, but just that, we Nigerians, we are we are not cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know us. We are not cool when it comes to maybe you want to use us or you want to take advantage of us. We will tell you directly. We are not cool. We are too what? We are too hot. That is all Nigeria blood. You know what I'm saying? We will not just be there, even if you are the God, even if you take yourself as a God, we must surely tell you where you are wrong. We are not going to hide nothing from you, whether you are police. That's why they said many people don't love Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? This is the fat truth. Not because we offend or we do things. The truth is, the reason why they don't love us is because when we see the truth, we tell you. And we don't care whom you are, we don't care where you come from, we don't care the authority, the position you based. We must surely tell you direct where you are wrong, whether you accept or not. So what am I trying to say is this: the reason why the problem of the world will not be solved the way we are thinking, or maybe we are expecting that one day we will be able to solve it, is inward. It's impossible. That is impossible. Because if you look at Cain and Abel, they were just two. The other one started to envy that lead him to kill his own brother. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is this: the only way in which we can do it, we can resolve it, is when we resolve it within ourselves. As I've said earlier, find peace, love within you. Because if you love yourself, you will love people around you. And when you are satisfied with what you will have peace with people, everyone around you. You know what I'm saying? Once you have these two things, your own problem is solved. And if your neighbor have peace within himself, love himself, he will still love his own children, because there are people up there who don't love their children. Forget about the fact that many of them are pretending. There are people up there who don't care, love their children. You know what I'm saying? There are many people who have abandoned their children, their own blood. You know what I'm saying? So we need to find love within ourselves and peace. And another thing that we will use to solve this world problem, or we will use, to solve the problem within ourselves, not even the world. Because if I decide to solve the whole problem in the world, I can't. Because I can't travel to Russia, I can't travel to America, I can't travel to Malaysia, I can't travel to Dubai, I can't travel to all the whole world. Even if I used, how many pastors do we have in the world? How many bishops do we have in the world? How many leaders do we have in the world? And yet the world is becoming becoming what? Unbearable to live. We have a lot of billionaires, trillionaires around the world, but we still have homeless people up there. Why? Because they are not satisfied with. If you look at it now, like here in Europe, if you travel to Rome, when I was coming to this place 2020, I cried. I said, God, if you peradventure blessed me, I know what I will actually surely do for homeless people. Even when I was traveling in Libya, when I reached Niger, that is what I made a decree. I said, if God bless me like my papa, TB Joshua, or TB Jack, where I get to that level, that I will go back to Niger. I'm sure the reason why I'm saying this is because let it be a memory. I will go back to there and rescue a lot of people that are sleeping in the street. We have a lot of billionaires, but there are many orphans. We have a lot of people who have 30 mansions, 40 mansions. We have a lot of people in Africa who steal money from government, dig underground, invest it for their children, but many people are homeless there. So how can we solve this problem? It's when we are satisfied with the little we have, and we allow those who are trying their best to live good to still attain. So if we don't have that peace within us, if we are not satisfied within us, if we don't love ourselves, we can't love the world. You know what I'm saying? Even when Jesus was in the world, despite of all the good, the deed, the healing, the miracles, the divine, everything he did, yet they still killed him. The world still killed him. So that is the reason why you need to understand that the world will not have cure if we ourselves that are living in the world, we don't create these two things, this particular two things within us. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't tell me that you want to go and fresh water when you don't have a basket, when you don't have a gallon or or any word, any instrument. You can't tell me that you are going to school, no pen, no book, nothing. You are not a student. You are just walking on the street. So you know what I'm saying? So we must surely find these two things in us, create it within us before we tried our midst to solve the problem, and which is impossible. A lot of people, you can't tell me the way I love myself, that is the way my neighbor love himself. Because the moment you start to do more better than them, even if they love themselves before, they will start to hate whom they are. And there are some people who will have everything, but the moment they realize that you are climbing, you are trying to be like them, you are trying to be successful, even not even more better than them, you are trying your best, providing all your meal, they will start to hate whom they are. Because one, they don't see you as someone who is below them. Two, they are not going to treat you the way they do used to, because you are dependent on yourself. You love yourself. They will truly do what, hate you for that, and then hating you for that, they won't love themselves. You are saying many of them will not love themselves. So that is why that's when they will start to plot evil. They will start to do all sorts of things. So we must surely know how to love ourselves, care for ourselves. And the more we care ourselves, that is when the love will expand. That is when the peace will expand. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I have for you, brothers. If we can do what? Can love ourselves, the world will do what? We have peace. Because if I love all my brothers, and all my brothers love me, and another family, they love themselves, the love they have for their family, that is the love they will still bring to my own family. That this is how the world will start. So we must surely learn it from the world, from our home, before we introduce this to the outside. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I have for you. May God bless you. Learn how to love yourself. And even if other people, because people must surely hate you. That's why I said we can't solve the problem of the world. It's impossible. Because if I love someone, that person may pretend to hate me. That person may pretend to love me. I mean to say, you know what I'm saying? He may pretend to love me, acting, but deep inside them, they don't love me. That's the main reason why I said it's impossible to solve it. But if we can love ourselves, love everything around us, let those who are hating hate. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is this: if you love yourself and your neighbor love yourself, there must be someone up there who hates one person around. You know what I'm saying? One person. There must be someone up there who will hate you for no reason. So that is the main reason why I said it is impossible to solve the problem. And the only thing we can do in order for us to solve it within ourselves, not even the world, is just to create that peace. So once we create that peace, it is left for the world to love their own self. You know what I'm saying? It is left for them. So once you create this peace, whoever you see, you love, even if they don't love you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't love you, as long as you are at peace within yourself. So let the world hate everything about you. You won't feel it, because that love is inside you. You know what I'm saying? So just create to love yourself to the fullness. You know what I'm saying? Remain blessed.